Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. This is another of my short stories. This one is called Two Opposite Personalities Talk. It was another of my employer's required diversity, equity, and inclusion trainings. But this time it wasn't about race, gender, or sexual orientation. It was to increase our empathy for different personalities. The facilitator divided us into pairs, each of us within a pair with a different Myers-Briggs personality. I'm an INTJ, introverted, thinking-oriented, and judgmental. I was paired with an ENFP, the opposite, extroverted, feeling-centered, and non-judgmental. Here is a paraphrase of our exchange. Me, the INTJ. I must admit that I'm a little intimidated by extroverts. Why? Extroverts are so good at glad-handing. Just because I'm an extrovert doesn't make me a glad-hander. Since we're being honest, I find introverts aloof. Let's not fight. I think my introversion isn't aloofness. I'm just more reflective than impulsive. Are you implying that extroverts are impulsive? Maybe we should move on to me being more thinking-centric and you being more feeling-centric. That feels right. I chuckled more than the joke deserved, but we needed a reset. I do venerate rationality. Of course, rationality doesn't always lead to wise answers. Think of the geniuses that couldn't figure out how to deal with COVID. Lockdown? And then there's love. That's a feeling. Should that be purely rational? No, but going with your gut without sufficient thinking leads to more bad decisions. And with regard to love, think of how many relationships go bad because we let feelings dominate rationality. And think of all those big thinkers who created nuclear bombs and make wars. I'd rather make love than war. We're 0 for 2. How about we try our judgmental versus non-judgmental difference? I believe judgmentalness has gotten a bad rap. A less charged word is discerning. Without discernment, we choose things at random. Some people, for example, are better than others, say a cancer researcher over a heroin dealer. You're taking an extreme case. People are too judgmental. If we were more accepting of diversity, all sorts of diversity, not just racial or gender, we'd be a better people, and yes, less violent. At this point, the facilitator reconvened the group, and of course I was grateful. The facilitator perked, "So, who'd like to report out?" There was a good few seconds of silence, which I was glad for. It suggested that her simplistic exercise didn't yield collective kumbaya. Finally, an eager attendee chirped, "Well, it taught me to appreciate different personalities." I think the session made me less tolerant of differences. I was scared to speak up, so I just sat there. And so did everyone else. In any event, that story is called Two Opposite Personalities Talk. As usual, I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments, and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. In any event, I do thank you for watching. Oh, and I certainly would welcome you checking out any of my books of short stories. For example, Soloists, Stories of Introverts and Outsiders Facing a Dilemma. Work stories, relationship stories. I've got and starting out stories and senior stories. So, in any event, thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko.